comes dread, then comes fear, then comes stars. You think you know, but you don't. It ain't a movie, it's the real thing. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the horror show. Fingernails on the keyboard. Leave your heart at the door. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the final show. Fingernails on the keyboard. Leave your heart at the door. The final horror show. Stay fucking running, creeps. I was sitting in my basement, making funny faces, talking to a white TV. Static on the screen, and then I felt it, the static coming through me, and then I heard it. I heard the dead speaking to me. They said the dead will rise. The ghost cry. Welcome to motherfucking corpse town. It's the fusion of dark and death. Stay rotted. Stay fucking rotted. Corpse talk. Corpse talk. Corpse talk. Corpse talk. The dead will rise. The ghost cry. Welcome to motherfucking Stay rotted. Stay fucking rotted. Let it be as my blood soaks the sand, draining from me. My knees collapse and I lay there on the ground, wondering how many lives did I live to
Hey everybody, how are we today? Coffee ready. I got a cooler, which is a donut. I've never had one. Dipped in chocolate, frosted. Let's fuck it. What do we got in chat here? Predictions. Return of the infamous Drow. Look, I'm not gonna argue that. I've seen a ton of them at Dragon Sandbox. I've seen Nick, who's doing a lot of stuff for Drow. There's a good chance we might see the return of the Drow. B-Dice, probably not, my guy. Unless I do a series. If I do a full, like, Alien series again, sure, I could see that happening. Hey, Raven, Kyle, Surfing Hands, AW. Who else we got here? Another last rent check. Oh, wow. Nick says, Drow are mine. Nick likes the soup? All right. Okay. If you say so. All right, so let's get this thing started, shall we? Well, happy end of 2025, everybody. Horrible year. Great TTRPG year. Like, I watched a lot of the YouTubers that are out there that are making like end of year content, the things that are going on, and all the great products that have come out from Ben Milton from Knave and his stuff on Questing Beast to Mike Shea from Sly Flourish. Everyone's talking about how amazing the TTRPG landscape was in 2025. It was really good. I think they did a really good job. I think we got more stuff than we expected. Let me move this over. I think I'm just gonna leave these on today so this plant grows a little bit. So I'm sorry for the extra light, but you'll have to deal with it. This plant is growing pretty strong. It's like taking over this side. Like if I move this up, you can kind of see how big it's getting. I'm trying to keep it healthy through winter so I can trim it back here. But anyway, a lot of people want to talk about how great it is. And honestly, I think this is probably one of my favorite TTRPG years. I think that there's a lot to do in predictions on this. I have a lot of ideas. I love seeing if I'm right on trends. It's something I privately have been doing forever. Like, a whole bunch of different things. Anything that I'm heavily involved in. I think most people do it without realizing it. So, I think I want to make a predictions list. So I can save it. And we can see how close myself and the audience is with those predictions. I'm making Canva like I do everything else. The question is, what do I want it to look like? Probably should do the corpse talk dress to it, right? Or should I do the Patreon dress to it? I kind of like the Patreon look for stuff. I'm gonna copy this, and I'll take us over to our work table here. And we'll do it on here. We'll do it on here. I have an idea. I have an idea. Ha ha ha, clever girl. Oh, I got that it was like the soup. I just was laughing that it was changed. That's all I was doing. That's all I was doing. So I'm going to duplicate this, and then I will get it started. Does anybody else in the chat have like actual predictions, like things that you think 2025 for TTRPGs will be? Like, does anyone have anything in mind? Like, I have a few things. You know, we could probably reuse this, because I want to use some of this stuff. Google is weird. I don't know why it reverted it. Oh, is that what it used to be? I thought you just changed it recently. Did you just revert that recently? We're not going to get a 60. I have a prediction on that. I definitely have thoughts on it. I don't think we're getting a 6. I really, really don't. Really, really don't. Now, and I'll explain why. Because I have a theory on what is going on with D&D with a little bit of inside ball. Hey, now that WotC will disappoint yet again. That's possible. And like the thing is I just kind of, we talked about this countless times in the show. I'm just done with them as a company. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't have the bandwidth for their bullshit anymore. Like, I will wait until they do something amazing, like all my friends are about it again, and then we'll fucking come back to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're done professionally, my guy. Like, that's kind of where I'm at. I have too many other amazing people in this industry making fucking dope-ass stuff that I don't need to be feeding the fucking monster. Like, I don't need to do that. Because I just think that it's not conducive to success anymore. I don't think hitching yourself to them is necessarily good for small companies. I think large companies, people who are really like in the media and like showbiz, things like that, I get hitching your horse to a brand, right? And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make a brand out of this. All right. I just don't agree with the brand. You know what I'm saying? I don't agree with it. I think it's a bad fucking look. Bad fucking look, everybody. All right. Let me lock all this, and then we'll go over to the table. And we're going to get some numbers ready and some prediction stuff ready. We can put on the table so we can see it. Keep putting them in chat. I want to see if any of you guys are ones that I agree with. Because I have quite a few in mind after this year. Quite a few. All right. That should be good. Okay, so I got a setup. All right, I'm gonna go to pages instead. Got to set up with the Patreon one. I'll put this as part of my Patreon post this afternoon too, or for tonight. Oh, is that not? Ooh, I might have mislocked this. Hold on 1 second. Unlock. There we go. Relock. This is the new look that I did for my Patreon, and I like the kind of like old school TV, almost 90s, late 80s, really 90s look of some of the old TVs. The irony too, I'm wearing my wearing my Freestyle the News hat along with Krampus too. Did I turn this the wrong way? I did. I'm a fucking dumbass. There we go. So, what do we got here in chat? We'll put a couple things down here, all right? So let's get the title down. We're gonna like this. We're gonna make this a tasty eerie green. We're gonna give it an effect. We're gonna give it an outline. I think we're gonna make this thing. The color match is really easy. Kind of like the orange. I kind of like the orange. I think the orange is easy to see, okay? So there's some categories that I want to do. There's some categories, all right? So first off, I want to do the easy predictions, right? Ooh, I actually don't like this edge case on this. I think this makes it too hard to read. Is it black better? Bump it up. There we go. That's easier to read. All right. So we got some easy predictions we're gonna do, right? I think we got to have some easy ones. We're gonna have our long shot. And we need to do this and boot this to the left. So we got a long shot. I think that's good. We're gonna have to have a Wizards of the Coast prediction. We're gonna have to have a WotC prediction. I'll just put D&D. No. Right, I have to have a prediction for Wizards of the Coast. What else? Got some notes on my phone here. Long shot, easy. I want Dark Horse. I want a Dark Horse prediction. Not the comic. Right? These are my categories. Long shot is like, I think it's going to happen. Dark Horse is the one I want. Eric starts running My Little Pony content exclusively. That's never going to happen, my guy. Never going to fucking happen. I will do that at a different date and time. I told you, if someone pays, I will run. Faerun TV show will come out, but Mighty Nine numbers will be better. Ooh, that's a Dark Horse. Is that what you want, or is that your long shot, or is that your Wizards of the Coast? And third-party publishing, small publishers. I'm gonna put small or indie. That's a really good question. What is everyone calling things like? I remember, like during the 3.0, 3.5 craze, you had third-party publishers because everybody was publishing OGL dependent material, and they were called third-party. What are we calling things that are so successful now, like 13th Age? Shadow Dark. What are we calling that industry now as a whole? Small publishers? Other publishers? You know what I mean? Like, what are we calling that? I think I hear it called indie a lot of the times, but I don't think indie is the right word when you're doing multi-million-dollar Kickstarters anymore. You know what I mean? Like, Draw Steel's Kickstarter right now, I think, is at over 2 mil, right? Crack the Sun. Like on Backer Kit? Let's look at this really quick. So Crack the Sun is at 2.1. 2.1. Like, we haven't even watched this yet. Like, you can't say something like this.
Okay, lots to talk about, folks. I mean,
45.
I dressed up.
The only motherfucker doing 45 or 49-minute crowdfunder your video to pimp what you're doing. And they wanted 1.2 mil. Like, they did a high ask on this. High ask. Wild. And they're putting a lot of content out under this. Like, they're putting all their weight into their system and what they're building. Like, they're doing smart play. But I don't know anyone playing the game right now. I love this gnome armor. This has got some Oblivion Elder Scrolls vibes. You mean Conan? Yeah, they're doing a bunch of projects at once, yeah. Great art. I mean, I'm proud of what they're doing, like, proud for them. Like, this is awesome. When I sat down and played and ran the game, I was like, God, dude, this is too combat forward 4th edition mini. But I mean, this is all gorgeous. It's super pretty. They're doing the right thing for their audience. And I love these. I actually love these plastic minis. Because I can travel with them. That's fucking dope. So, like, if you're a company doing this shit, you know what I mean? Are you really a fucking indie publisher anymore or a third-party publisher? I think you're just another publisher at this point. Like, I think this gets duplicated. And I think this is publishers. Because you got Wizards at the top, and I think everyone else is just a publisher at this point. I don't think I can even call them indie anymore. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't function for me. It doesn't function for me. Right? So we're going to grab all these. Boom, boom, boom. We're going to position them, and we're going to do a little talky talk. I'm not going to... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I'm not going to be... I'm not going to be going to look a lot of stuff up. This is just going to be my predictions from this time forward. That's what I'm going to do. So we need to pick our font to do the body. I'm not opposed to this. Ooh, buddy. Hero is like in my top 3 lately. Because it's easy to read. We're going to make this font 20, though. All right. So, let's talk easy. Let's talk easy. This is going to be a slow year. I think this is going to be a slow year in delivery of what's going on. Slow year in, like, releases, all that kind of stuff, right? Slow year compared to 2025. Release schedule of TTRPGs. So here's my theory on this. In 2025, let's look at the TTRPGs that came out in 2025. All right. Let's take a look at what came out. Here, let's see if this gives us anything. So you had Land of Eam, right? That was huge. Mythic Bastion Lands. The Blueprints came out. MCDM came out. Daggerheart officially came out. The new Blades in the Dark expansion came out. So I guess it's not technically a new game. 13th Age came out. What else came out this year that was big? Warhammer Imperium came out, which was big for all the Warhammer people. What else released? Let me look at my shelf. Aliens Evolve released. What else do we have? What other big things came out? Is there anything else big that you guys can think of? Like, just in general, was awesome. I don't know what Yun Soon's second edition is. What is that? Is that an actual game? Dolmenwood. Yeah, Dolmenwood delivered this year. Thank you. Thank you. Dolmenwood delivered this year. Did the new Pirate Board deliver yet? I mean, this is huge. Chorus Cthulhu came out. Land of Eam. Oh, Coriolis came out this year. The Nimble rules are super popular. Fucking super popular. I need to look at this. I still haven't. The new Starfinder came out. Mythic Bastionlands came out. Dolmenwood. Fucking Stormlight came out. Draw Steel came out. Daggerheart came out. Like, this is an insane fucking year. 13th Age second edition release. Like, this is huge. A huge amount of product came out this year. And then, like, on the smaller publisher side, we just looked at the new one that came out last year, which was from Land of the Blind, and Vagabond finally came out. Like, this year is packed in a way that, like, I don't know we'll see it again, right? Not next year. Because you're not going to get another Wizards of the Coast 6th edition. Oh, really? Did that deliver this year? It sure is. Whoa, I have not seen this. Oh, the Purple Land. Oh, yes. I love this art. But this is not for Shadow Dark, though, right? This is for, like, BX. Hey, I saw on the map I did for, I did this style map for a gaming paper for one of their settings. Is this systemless? I might have to add this to my cart. I'm interested in this. I'm very interested in this. So again, look at the amount of things it released, right? So I think next year is going to be slow. I think this is going to be a dev year. Yes, yes, it is for BX. Is that what you're saying? It's not for Shadow Dark. You can't. You'd have to convert. BX and OSE. Thank you. So I think that you're going to see. It's going to be a slower year. Slower year compared to 2025 for the release of TTRPGs. I think this is a build year, as I'd like to call it. All right? It's going to be a building year. So we're not going to see as much. And which means it's good. This isn't an unhealthy thing. That means that people are going to dive into all the stuff that came out, and we're going to see what really bubbles to the top as something good. Like, as much as everyone loves Daggerheart and Draw Steel and things like that, I think it needs a real year of play before we know how it's going to pan out. Right? How it's going to pan out, how it's going to be, if people are really going to dig it and continue playing it. I really think it takes a year. Sometimes longer. I was talking to somebody about the development of product and the cycles it takes to do it. And you're talking 2 to 4 years for a thing to come out. So, Western Reaches for Shadow Dark will release. Well, no, the one you just talked about's out now, man. You can buy it now. That's last year. Oh, you're talking about Pirate Borg and Western Reaches to come out next year. Yeah, those are big, but those aren't new system releases. We're not going to see a bunch of new system releases. We'll see some expansions come out, I think, and some additions and support for these products, but we're not going to see this many new game engines come out. Like, we saw brand new game engines. Like, systems. right? This is gonna be a building year, and expansion year. If that makes a little more sense, which is cool. I'm all for it. Easy. Cash cows, cash bros is Jay Sonia calls them the cash bros, and I'm gonna put that here. Cash bros. They are Wizards of the Cash Bros. But I think they're going to make another big mistake this year. I think it's time. And I know it's negative. It's not positive, but it's good for the rest of the industry, right? Here is why I say this. And I know that people are going to be a little pissy with me. They did put somebody in Jeremy Crawford's place that I highly respect, Justin Armin. I like him a lot. I knew him when he was working at Beetle and Grimm. Talked to him on and off the convention stuff. Super nice guy. I don't know him like as designing chops. I don't know him in his pedigree that well. I know he's good at it. I just don't know him that well, like one-on-one conversations. But I don't think they're going to let him do the things he wants to do, and I think his hands are going to get tied. And if anyone's been watching some of the other dungeon tubers out there, there is some like hard things passing around right now for Wizards of the Coast. And I have my prediction on what they're going to do, which we'll get to at the end. Is there any other easy ones? Easy ones. Boy. Do I have any other easy predictions? I can't think of any other easy predictions right now. I can't think of any other easy predictions. If anyone has any in chat, easy ones, I'll add them here if I agree. Now I can tell you a long shot. Here's a long shot, everybody. Are you ready? Tariffs will finally get fixed up. For all of the TTRPG, either we get someone to pass it, a way around. I'm going to say it's either we get a way around or the concept folds. That's what I think is going to happen because we need this to kind of change. D&D gets revived or D&D Beyond gets revived for format. My biggest problem with D&D Beyond after I ran more 5e this year than I've ran in a long time. Not obviously on air, but running for Dragon Sandbox. I think it is a fantastic tool for GMs. Like I think it's a really good tool for GMs. I don't think it is good for new players because they don't learn the system and they become so reliant on the actual mechanics of the D&D Beyond helping them. Like that's the biggest problem I have with that. TTRPG podcast making new splash. You know, funny you mentioned that. I've really been thinking about cutting one of my shows and going back to doing a podcast again. I'd like to do it with somebody or an interview format with somebody or something like that and putting together a podcast again. I really enjoy doing them. I've done a lot of research on it. I want to talk to Sean Kelly a little bit about it again. He's been doing the video one. He's been enjoying that on Saturday mornings from Gaming and BS. He now does RPGs. I think it's RPGs with Sean. But he was one of the duo for Gaming and BS. I want to talk to him again. I know that the weird thing is like YouTube has, like if we look at YouTube, there are podcasts in YouTube, right? But the problem with podcasts in YouTube is they don't have an RSS feed, so you can't catch them. And I think we're going to see a lot of people move away from large companies in general. And I think that people are going to try to take ownership back of like their digital stuff. And that's kind of probably my next one. Some form of new, like a new itch slash drive-through slash Patreon will come forward with success. This is a long shot, but here's my thing, and this is my thinking behind it. I think that there are a lot of people who really love the concept of using itch and love the concept of using drive-through RPG and loving the concept of how Patreon works. But here's the catch. I believe in storing your data in 2 to 3 spots. A lot of people say there's a 3-point solution for doing it, but 2 or 3 spots. I think you should have it in the cloud somewhere. I think you should have it on your hard drive somewhere. I think you should have an external that has all your stuff on it. All of my tabletop gaming stuff and photos goes on one of the... Do I have one near here that I can showcase? Not really. I have one of the Samsung external hard drives. You can get them at fucking huge sizes now. You should be backing up all your data. I believe this. The reason is, if your computer blows up, you're going to want to be able to get all your important stuff back. And trying to collect all your TTRPG libraries is going to be a fucking nightmare. Drive-through RPG holds all the stuff that you buy there, and you can download it, and that's great. That's a great digital storage. If that's your solution and everything goes on Drive-through RPG and you store your stuff there, but you should also have it on your computer and on an external backup somewhere. I think we're going to see something new come out for a sales platform, but I think the only way that it works, if there's a way to integrate your previous library into it. So let's say the new thing is called Dusty Tomes. I don't know. Copyright that. Someone use it. But it's called Dusty Tomes. And you get all your PDFs that you have, and you upload them into this cloud, and it creates a archive of all the pieces that you own, right? All the product that you own in digital format. And then it'll tell you how to fulfill your collection. Hey, you're missing XYZ from this collection. If you're interested, here's a bundle for it. It costs X amount. Could you imagine if someone did that back end for TTRPGs to fulfill your digital collection, and they gave you bundle prices to sell them, like Bundle of Holding? I would be a really good company to do that. But they gave you a storage place for everything that you have. And you can upload your previous because you own them already. And that would give you access to them on this new site. It would be really hard to do. It would have to link to like Drive-Thru RPG, or Drive-Thru RPG would have to invent that and then buy that company. But I think something like that would be great. And the second part, the caveat to it that I think that makes it awesome, is if it was a sales platform. The problem I have with itch right now is I feel the SEO for itch, trying to find things on it, is a nightmare. And the other problem I have, and we're going to talk about this, is this year we're going to have the biggest bloat of garbage products of all time. I think that's what that brings me to. I want this new thing. Like, I want the new thing. I want a new itch, new drive-thru, new Patreon, right? Patreon is cool as a product, but the organization on the back end for me and like trying to make libraries for people and where things are is a fucking nightmare. It's not good. Like, it's just not. There's a reason people are still using Google Drive to store all the stuff for people to download and shit like that, because there's control. You can control it. But the back end for Patreon, trying to get things organized, is so fucking difficult to make like a library or archives that work. The only thing you can do is start archiving posts that you made previously, right? And making archive folders. But every time you do that, it posts to the fucking audience. It's just not smart. It's not smart. So I'd have to make like an archival post of like links to everything. It's a really weird process. So I think we're going to see a new version of this come out that's like a storage and everything together. Like, oh, like the good old days of actual ownership. Yeah, man. I don't think people are going to put up with it anymore. I don't think people are going to keep renting to own. Like, my last straw was years ago. And my biggest problem right now is digital media. The ability to buy a movie digitally and own it is impossible now. You have to rip it. You have to steal it. where you have to buy the disc and have an external drive and go through all these processes to own that digital piece. And a lot of these movies don't get physical releases anymore. Let's not even talk about fucking video games. Every game on Steam that you own, you do not own. You can't download that and play it without Steam. What if Steam goes away? Then what? Then what? So like GOG, the people who own GOG are the same people who made Cyberpunk Red, and every game that you buy there, you can download that game still. They just don't have the same, library as Steam. So there's a lot of problems with that. And digital platforms are the same way. You have things right now like D&D Beyond, Nexus, where you don't even get to download the stuff you own on D&D Beyond or Nexus. It's not like you buy access to the tool they have and you also get access to the books. No. And Alchemy does that. Alchemy, a lot of the things you buy on them, you can also download the PDF, which is smart. I like that. That's one of the biggest things about that platform I love. I love the cinematic aspects of Alchemy. I love what it does. I love that you can download it. Only once have I seen so far that they go, hey, you can't download anymore because there's a licensing problem. And basically that was with Aliens, the old edition of Aliens. They weren't able to let people download that PDF anymore. But that PDF should always be something you can download, because Roll20 and all these VTTs trying to read their broken up chapter toggle fucking fold down versions of the book's a fucking nightmare. Demiplane is gruff, dude. Running this show that I am running for the Space Trucker thing and trying to use Demiplane is almost impossible. It's just garbage. And it's not that the premise of it's bad. It's that we're not trained to read with toggles and drop downs. And as soon as it becomes a digital format, the search feature needs to work well. And it doesn't work well in there. It pulls up like Wikipedia shit. It's just weird, man. It's really weird. I'm pretty certain Steam requires an independent functionality. Epic and GOG do not, which is why Valve is constantly being sued by these guys. Yeah, you're probably right. I still think that there needs to be a way to download the games after I buy them. I want to own the game and download it and have a copy of it if I want it. The problem with video games now, and we're going to move back to TTRPGs, but they're 120 gigs. You can only store so many of them without having to have a stack of fucking hard drives. That's why you had physical media before. But I digress. For tabletop RPGs, I think we're going to see a new version of like a Patreon, a drive-through, or something along those lines. It's not a long shot, but I think it could happen. You know, honestly, I feel like maybe this is actually a dark horse. Looking at it, I think this is my dark horse. I really think this is going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen right away, but I would love to see it. I think we will see it at some point in time. I really do. There's no reason for it not to happen. You know what I mean? There's no reason. So I'm going to move it to there. Okay? I'm going to move it to there. Publishers. I'm just going to skip through these as I'm thinking, and then I'll do my recording at the end like I always do. So, publishers. What do I think is going to happen with publishers this year? Well, here's a good one. I think you're going to see Arcane Library, because I'm big into them, obviously. I think you're going to see Arcane Libraries. Is it Shadow Legion? Is it Shadow Legion? Right? Yeah. Yeah, Shadow Legion, organized play. I think they'll set a new bar. I think they'll set a new bar for Shadow League. Shadow League? Okay, thank you. I think it'll set a new bar. The reason I say that is because they're using the Pirate Board stuff, which, in my opinion, already kind of raised the idea of convention play. My only question in this is if it's going to be organized play or convention play. There is a big difference. It's just a bunch of one-shots and you're not carrying a character between everything. It doesn't feel like organized play. So I think there's a chance if they do organized play that we can see something really great out of it. I don't know a lot about it. If it's going to be organized or if it's going to be like Monty Cook games where it's just like, oh, come play. Here's an NPC and you play this adventure and you're done. Because I hope not. I hope not. That's mine for them. I think you're going to see Critical Role announce their new setting for Daggerheart this year. And then I think you're going to see it followed by an actual play. That's what I think. Followed by an actual play. Which I think it'll be like the name of the setting, what it is, and everything else. I think we're going to get it. And I'm going to double down on this and say it's a gothic... I'm going to say it's a gothic fantasy setting. Oh, it's just a rewards program, huh? Well, then maybe I'll build this. Maybe I'll build organized play. Maybe I'll do it. We'll see how that goes. I think it's gonna be gothic fantasy because they put out the werewolf, the ghost, all the things where you can like transform into stuff. I think that's what we're gonna see. I really want to say we're gonna see the Daggerheart TV series this year. Or not Daggerheart. Blades in the Dark. I'm going to say we're going to get a date. Blades in the Dark TV show, we're going to get the announcement date this year. That's my publisher. I think we're going to get that. Actually, I'm going to put this in my dark horse. I want this under my dark horse. It's a dark horse, but I think we might get it. Blades in the Dark TV show announcement date. I think that's possibly going to happen. I really do. The other thing I was going to say is we're going to see another big publisher this year. Who would I think would blow up this year? For publishers that have some steam right now, like some underground steam. I think Vagabond's going to blow up this year. And I have a theory on this. So after reading through Vagabond and how it plays and what it is, I think there's a good chance it blows up. One, this person's got a really good presence in the indie scene. Two, he just stopped teaching. He left streaming this year, went to teach music, and is now back to full-time YouTube and creating. And I think there's a chance that this blows up. One, the two reviews that really took him kind of and catapulted him. But also, his stuff's clean, and it's got this, like, sword and sorcery whimsy to it. Like Hanna-Barbera swords and sorcery whimsy. I have a feeling you're going to see a lot of people attach onto this. I really, really do. The system's clean, too. I don't know what the Vagabond license looks like. I think that's the caveat for me. Is the license, the publishing license, good? Like, is there one out? Nick, do you know if Vagabond has a publishing license? I'm curious to see what happens for that. I think people will latch on. Yeah, there's some flaws. We can talk about that later. That's a different show. You think that's I think that's a Land of the Blind. I think I should put that down here. right? Fucking library. And Critical Role. And I mean Critical Role is going to announce it over Darrington Press, too. I mean that when I say that. Do I have any other long shots? Like, things that I really want? I do. I actually have one. So, Inside Ball. I'm not going to put this under Wizards. I think we're going to see a Dragonlance TV show or movie relaunched. So, if we don't know, Dragonlance had a TV show that was in process. It got shit canned. But now, Tracy Hickman, Margaret Weiss, and Joe have all been seen at Wizards of the Coast again. And I think there's a chance that we see a Dragonlance TV show or movie relaunched announced. It won't be finished, but we'll see it re-announced. I think that's going to happen. Dark Horse, and this is going to be a hard one for me, but I think we're going to see another IP picked up by Free League this year. Oh, you know what? Not Vagabond, but Castles and Crusades. What do you mean? You think Castles and Crusades is going to blow up? I don't think so. I don't think so. Do you think so, really? That you think that Castles and Crusades is going to blow up over Vagabond? Castles Crusade, it is Trollord Games. They are making a publishing arm or a printing arm. Because remember, that's what their Kickstarter was to make a new printing shop. Huh. That's a thought, man. Like, that's an actual... Maybe. It's a maybe. Do you see a lot of people playing it right now? I mean, I own it. They just have so... I think it's a hard game for people to get into. Because there's so many books out. Like, hold on here. Let's look at Castles and Crusade. Crusades. Okay. So Castles and Crusades is out. This is from Trollord, right? So this is the starter set. I mean, the starter set's only got 3 stars, dude. Like, I remember reviewing this. It had a really bad, like, release. Yeah, I think it's too much, though. I think it's bloated. I think if this starter kit would have done better, the starter set, I think it would have blown up. I think if this would have done really well, I think they would have catapulted themselves. I really do. But, like, why is this black and white in 2025? The content is great, but the flaw is too much. I mean, they obviously don't get the genre, right? Like, this isn't for them. And I'm not saying they don't have a right to say that. I'm saying that if that's how people think still, because they're playing D&D 2025 or 2024, the fuck the edition is, I don't see it blowing up. I do like the game, though. I actually really enjoy playing it. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't know, Nick. I'll have to think about that. So this is an easy one. I do think we're going to get a new printing house. New US-based printing solution for TTRPGs. So right now, if you don't know, a lot of people have been looking at yearbooks, yearbook printing companies, because they don't print stuff year-round. Like, that's not what they do. So a lot of people are looking at yearbook printing companies. I think we could see a US-based printing solution for TTRPGs. And I think that if this works, it's got to be, they have to be able to do stitched. This is the caveat. Stitched, packaging. Man, I want to say and delivery, but that probably won't happen. And collectors, CE, collector's editions. I think if we can get that in the U.S. cost effective, we'll see more printing happening here in the U.S. I really do. I think, and it has to happen at this point, because if this long shot doesn't happen of the tariff changing, right? If this doesn't change, we don't see the tariff change, we're not going to be able to continue the TTRPG industry without the digital age changing. I do have a dark horse prediction. This is just my personal thing. I think we're going to see some form of new digital solution for PDFs. I think either the PDF gets replaced by a new digital format. I have a feeling that that's going to happen. Because there's too many problems with what's going on right now. Like, as you build video games, there's new solutions for how you compile and optimize, right? In tabletop, our art and the book sizes and the things we're doing, the PDFs aren't working the way we need them to work right now. So I think either it gets replaced or by a new digital format, or PDFs as like a format gets updated. It's a dark horse, but I fucking want it. I want that to happen. I don't know what that's going to be. I don't know if everyone's going to have Wikipedia sites for their books. I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know what the downloadable format's going to be. They're going to be little compiled programs that you open. I don't know. But the PDF as a read style sucks. Sucks. Not a fan. So let's get into Wizards of the Coast predictions. I have a few for this. No one's going to like me. If you're a D&D fan, no one's going to like me. All right, you ready for this? Number 1. Everyone's talking about we're getting a 6th edition. I don't think so. Do you know what I think they're going to do? Hear me out. This is a hot take. So, Stranger Things is over, right? It's done. Today, I think, was the last episode. It's like a 3-hour fucking movie. So today, it's over. They have no nostalgia to ride on anymore. Companies have switched from D&D. For example, PAX Unplugged and their group has switched to Dagger. They're no longer doing D&D. You've watched people switch from Paizo as well, right? I have a feeling, because of the amount of nostalgia, because people playing BX, Castles and Crusades, like you're saying, which, this might lean into your opinion, Nick, or your idea on this, your prediction. I think that you're going to see D&D go back and take 1st or 2nd edition and do updated reprints. I think we're going to see some form of maybe 2nd edition with skills and powers, combat and tactics and things like that to be done and brought back. I think that's going to happen. I think there's a good fucking chance. Or you're going to see the original box sets, like the red, black, what was it? Red, blue, black, white? I can't remember all the colors. I think you can see them get reprinted. Because they're going to lean back into nostalgia. Because they have nowhere else to lean right now besides that old stuff. What are you going to do? Lean into their old D&D cartoon? They couldn't even make the D&D TV stuff that they wanted to do take off. They failed miserably with their channel that they were supposed to make. Remember that? Did you guys remember that? We were supposed to get Sigil last year, or Sigils, I like to call it. They were supposed to get that. That got canceled last year. We were supposed to have a TV show that was 24-hour D&D. That shit just fucking vaporized. I think they need a new nostalgia to lean into, and we're going to see a reprint and an update of 1st edition or 2nd edition D&D. 2nd edition was played heavily for old school, and it's the closest thing to the BX, wouldn't you say? Nick, BX, OS, probably 2nd edition. D&D, update, and reprint. Nostalgia grab. And also they're going to try to get all these old gamers back. The people that they lost. They lost all these people to BX, Castle Crusades, Shadow Dark. They lost people to this. I think we're going to get a nostalgia grab. That's what I think. That's number one. Number two, I think we're going to see an actual campaign setting for 5e this year. Yeah, someone was saying revival of Oriental Adventures. Who was that? What? Was it Discourse? Dungeons and Discourse? Dungeon and Discourse is the one who said Oriental Adventures, because that's Cox's favorite setting. Nostalgia leaning into the interest wanes is most likely, which shows the lack of creativity. Yeah, they're out. The problem is they didn't make a new edition. They updated to 5.5. They needed to make a fucking 6th edition, and I think they would have done better. I think their fans were clamoring for something new, while everyone around them was getting new games to play, but the franchise that they love, D&D, didn't give them anything new. They didn't give them anything new. So I think we're going to see a campaign setting. I think it's going to be a rebirth of a classic. I haven't looked at the Faerun books yet because they don't have PDFs. Until D&D offers PDFs, I'm really never going to review anything for them. Because unless Wizards gives me PDFs, why would I review it? Why? I don't want to own your physical books, guys. I don't like your shit. And I'm not going to pay for D&D Beyond. Like, I have the box sets. The last box set I think I got was Spelljam. And I wanted to get Planescapes, but I heard so many bad things about it. There's no way I could do it. But I think we're going to get a nostalgia grab. I don't think we're going to get a new edition. It's too many years too soon. Like, they just put out 2024, all 3 books last year. There's no way. And honestly, if you want to play 5e, and you want a better version of 5e, dude, just play Tales of the Valiant. Just play Tales of the Valiant. They make the best monster books for 5e, because it's Cobalt Press. The new edition is really clean, really good. Their idea of hero points and Doom Pool are really good, and they're fun to play with, and I think every 5e game should be using them. It's better than fucking Inspiration. Why not just do that? Why not just do that? But I think we're going to get a reboot of a classic set. We'll see. I love Dark Sun. But I honestly, if I ran Dark Sun, I think I would do it in Shadow Dark, and I would use torch timers and water timers. Or survival timers, something like that. What does it say? Hey, if Disney could throw so much money trying to wrangle in new fans with their hotter garbage versions that parents love, actually decent, every big company follows suit just for that. Maybe, but I think tabletop RPG industry is a little different. I think it's a little different. But I think we see the campaign setting this year. Other thing I think we see, I think Cox gets fucking let go. That's my guess. Cox gets let go or steps down. That's a big one. That could be the change that this company needs, right? I really do think that that is a very good possibility for 2026. Now, do I have any other long shots? Like, ooh, buddy, I'd love to see something long shot. Anyone else have any long shots that maybe I'm not thinking of? I'm not talking miniatures. I'm just talking TTRPGs. Oh. I think we're going to see the rebirth of playing in person. I really think this is going to happen again. I think people are so tired of being online, so tired of dealing with the bullshit of being inundated with ads and everything else under the sun. I think you're going to see people in person again playing games. I've thought about bringing a home group back together to have a game once a week. Like, really have. I think you're going to see the rebirth of playing in person. It's a long shot, but I think it's possible. And because of that, you're going to see new, cost-effective gaming table tops. That's the big thing I think you're going to see a lot of is like tabletops, accessories, things like that. More of this. The reason is people are playing at home. The hardest thing is the space. It's hard to find the space. Did I show you guys this? I thought about picking this up. I want to show you something here. So they're not that expensive. This is Temu. All right, but I think there's some other ones out there. I'm gonna go fucking give a shit about this. Sure. I hate going to Temu. You guys ever had to do this before? There is a furniture store. So, you guys ever seen these? These matte felted boards with slide out for pieces and shit. Have you guys ever seen these boards for puzzlers? Right? This isn't, I mean, puzzles have been around for fucking ever. Look at the size of this. 4.5 pounds. Comes in different colors. Holds 1,000 pieces. It's 30 by 20. That's a map size. Right? You put out some fold-out legs on it. Made for puzzlers forever. You're right. Exactly. Exactly. So if you put a puzzle board, puzzle table, there's a bunch of them. This was $22. They're all over the place, man. Huge. Like, look at this bitch. Look at this. For a solo gamer? Right? Check this.
Love doing puzzles in the winter here. You know, we live in Minnesota, so it's freezing cold outside. There's not a lot to do. And so puzzles are something fun that we can do as a family and everything.
Now hear me out. This is my final one.
We finally got this puzzle table here, which this thing is going to be super awesome. You know, we used to do it on a card table, and this thing is so much better. So it does have the really nice felt, so as you can see the puzzle.
So if it's got felt, it's got everything done. It opens up. It's got a place to hold the puzzle pieces in it, right?
In front of you, be seeing what you're supposed to be able.
It is kind of like a DIY crafting table, right?
Awesome. We have been.
It's very cool. Like, it's a cool concept, and it slides underneath of storage. Okay, bed, couch, storage, bookcase, right? So you're seeing all the things. Okay. I think you're going to see this for on the table with legs that go underneath and stand in the middle. That's durable and solo gaming. Because I think the biggest thing, we saw a huge amount of it this year. Huge. I think this is easy. You're going to see solo gaming take off. Take off. Here's my long shot. Wizards of the Coast tries to make a D&D X NFL fantasy league. Could you imagine? We're the brass dragons. Oh no, we're red dragons. We're the red dragons here for XNFL. There's a dude with tape glasses, nerd shirts on, belly sticking out underneath, one jacked jock fucking nerd dude. No, God, no. I don't need Revenge of the Nerds as a fucking football team, everybody. This is Joe the one who sponsors it? Because The Rock can't do it, right? Oh. Oh, fuck me. No, please no. No. So anyway, I thought these were cool. They make a bunch of them. There's a bunch of different versions of them. I know it's Temu. There's non-Temu brands. Like Amazon has them as well. If you go to Amazon, you can look up, what is it called? Puzzle tables. Right? So if you don't want Temu and you want something for at home, there's tons of them out here over the years. Right? Really cool. This roll-up mat, by the way, this fucking yoga on steroids. Check this shit. Check this shit out. If I was a puzzler and this actually works, look at this. Look at this shit, dude. This is genius. If I was a puzzler, that's a great way to store your shit too. Right? Super fun. But they have tons of these tables. Tons of them, man. And like the ones with the drawers like this are the ones I really like. Like this one is 1,500 pieces. Little wooden things. And we don't need the cloth in ours. And then they have ones on a Lazy Susan. And this is the one I think crushes. These Lazy Susan ones. So hear me out. If you had this Lazy Susan one, right, with everything on it, you can rotate the map and your minis at the table. Right? Look at this. And there's ones that open. I think this would be a really good idea for the center of the table where you can rotate it for playing games. This is like the idea of Dungeon Craft and his Ultimate Dungeon terrain. Put it on Lazy Susan, but having the drawers on it as well. I don't know, man. I think this is a fire idea. I'm really thinking about getting one of these for convention. And for me running all this stuff at my cons. I have one saved right now for what I'm doing. But really cool concept. I just wanted to at least share this out so you guys can see that. So I think we're going to get some cool, cost-effective gaming tabletop accessories for travel play and playing with friends. Things like that. I think we're going to see that. I think you're going to the resurgence of like your backpacks in here, your gaming bags. Right? Things like that. With 3D printing, too, I think you're going to see a lot more people using minis again. I personally love the Lexan minis the most because you're not just a bunch of gray plastic on the table. Oh, con play is going to explode. COVID's not as bad. It's not even a dark horse. I think this is easy. Honestly, like, hold on here. That's a good point. I need to add that. I think this, without a doubt, convention, play, growth this year. 100% think you're going to see a growth in it this year. 100%. There's no reason not to. You know what I mean? The lack of sponsoring a Mythic Bachelor and part of the armored MMA world is just a tragedy. Dude. Look, Chris McDowell, if you see this wonderful comment here in the corner, it says, actually, down below for the short, down below, Chris, if you don't see this here, I mean, the lack of sponsoring of Mythic Bastion as part of the armored MMA world is just a tragedy. Serving hands, end of 2025, December 31st. Chris, you gotta get this done, buddy. 100% agree with that. Wayne Reynolds, War, one of my favorite artists of all time for the tabletop industry. He does Armored Combat. If I'm not mistaken, I know he dresses up. If he doesn't do Armored Combat, he does night reenactments, one or the other. He's got like a full regalia, dude. Like, he is in it. Like, let's see if I can find this really quick. Hold on here. Wayne Reynolds wore in armor. Let me see if I can find this. I don't want to blow his Facebook up. I don't want to like share it all out to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Wayne Reynolds. I haven't talked to him in a while. I think you can see your local communities blow back up. Him and Jim Butcher. Let me see if I find a picture really quick. I'm scrolling through his art. He's a really good dude. I like Wayne a lot. On a sad note, if you didn't see, Tim Kask passed today. He couldn't finish out 2025. He passed in his sleep. Thankfully, it was, you know, in his sleep. If you don't know who Tim Kask is, he's a legend in the tabletop RPG industry. He's one of the original editors for Dungeon and Dragon magazine. Really good dude. But he passed today. I love Wayne Reynolds' pencil work. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There's the man, the myth, the legend, Wayne Reynolds. Look at this man. Full regalia. Bro is in it. In it. Such a good dude. Fucking easily my top 5 artists for tabletop RPG industry. Maybe just of all time. I really love his work a lot. He does action scenes so fucking well. He was originally Wizards of the Coast. Now he's I think he's just Paizo now. I think. Yeah, dude, look at this G. Look at this. This makes me want to start playing some Kingdom Come Deliverance really bad. Check this out. Are you fucking kidding me, dude? It's dope as shit. Bro's got full-on armor. The whole 9 yards. That's just dope. We're talking nostalgia bait. Nothing goes further back than the Loyal Squire and some dented armor. Yes. Yes, dude. But anyway, I think that's super cool. I think in-person play. Remove this now. This thing's done for the day. I think that's a really good prediction. Any other things you guys can think of? Any Wizards of the Coast stuff you can think of before I start dropping hammers here and we record this really fast. Anything else? Oh, that was 100% a childhood dream fulfilled. You are without a doubt correct, man. Without a doubt. Without a fucking doubt. You just... Like, he got to do some Magic the Gathering stuff with Marvel. Look at his... I've never even shown this, because he only does fantasy stuff. Look at this fucking Magic the Gathering card he did of Spider-Man. You fucking kidding me? Like, how dope is that? One of the coolest things I've seen. Like, for a fantasy artist to go and do a comic book. I'm looking over here because I'm looking through the other stuff he has on his page. It's so fucking cool, dude. Yeah, I don't see any other really big ones I can show off. Wizards of the Coast loses more market share? Yeah, I mean, that's just kind of inherent, I think. It's super cool looking. I love the art. Do I have any other ones? I don't think there's anything else I can think of. I don't have any other Dark Horse ones. That's what I was trying to think of. I have any more Dark Horse. Oh, I do have another one for this. We do have another one for this. I think we see... I think we're going to see 2 new IP crossovers that crash the D&D. I think they're going to do a crossover, some more crossovers, because that's how they do their specialty stuff. I think you're going to see some form of fucking crossover. You know what I mean? You're going to see one more crossover of some form. That's my guess. Like, they're going to cross over something in a D&D that just doesn't make sense, like they were trying to do with Sigil. Where they're like, oh, let's put Transformers in here. That sounds wonderful. Bitch, no one wants that. Fuck out of here. People have a hard time swallowing Warforged, and you're going to bring a fucking Transformer in? Like that? I think we're going to see a bad crossover. Oh, I do have one. I do have, did I put it in here? I think this is easy. Free League announces a new IP for TTRPGs. I think they pick up another IP. I think they do another IP this year. Something that's like a movie or something along those lines. So I'm gonna ball this stuff together. Let me do some groupings. Oh, actually, no, I don't want to do groupings. We're gonna do some animated stuff here. We're gonna do this, 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 right? Then we're gonna do that, and that, okay? And then what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go pages. I'm gonna duplicate this. You have what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. 5 categories. Okay. And then we're going to delete these. Right? See what I'm doing here. Then we're going to go to the next page. We're going to delete these. And we're going to turn off the animation for these because we want these just to stay. Right? And now we're going to delete these. And then we're going to unanimate these. Do I do them individually? Dude, fuck. None. 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 Do this a couple more times. It's still one of my favorite ones I think I wrote with Saturday Morning Cartoons. I do miss it. Nick, what was your, while I'm doing this, what was your Land of Eam thing that you didn't like? What is the, not Land of Eam, sorry, Vagabond. What was the rules issues that you had with? Because I have not played it yet. I don't have any ideas. I'm going to do a little solo game for myself with it. That's how I've been learning games lately, is playing solo. I never realized it's something I've been doing my whole fucking life. But now that there's rules for it to help. Happy New Year, buddy! Oops, didn't even hit the fucking thing. So let's see if this looks good. Okay. Should be able to play this. Ooh. do that. That. I don't like the wipe, actually. Maybe we're just going to do a dissolve and apply between all pages. Right? I should be able to play this. I want to preview it. Present. Canva wants to manage your window. Yeah, whatever. I don't give a fuck. We're gonna close this. We try this again. Present. Full screen. No. Present like this. Present. Got it. I just gotta move this presenter piece over. Hold on here, everybody. Oh, I don't want to full screen this bitch. That's stupid. I have to do it that way. Why? Why? We're gonna cheat. We're gonna do something here. Hold on here. I'm gonna put music on. And I'm just gonna mute it. Because then I should be able to play it. There we go. Now I should be able to play this. What's this? What is this? I don't want to come. How come I can't play this? Usually you can just play this shit. Oh, this is frustrating. Alright, you fucking bitch. You fuckers. We're gonna cheat. I'm mad now. I did this so I could just play the video and do a presentation, do a slideshow. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if this works. Can we play it? It just wants to do full screen. Yeah, there should be one down here. There isn't one. Well, it means it has to be a video for me to do it. That's fine. Don't worry. It's not like I haven't fucking done this 1,000 times. See, here's the preview I was looking for. This. Because I can pause it. Right? That's what I was looking for. This whole time, this is all I wanted. I turn my fan on. The light's gonna turn on. It's gonna get bright in here. Look how bright it is now. Alright. So we're gonna do this so we can do our presentation. Presentation. Okay? We're gonna record this. Talk over it. What it is. Whole 9 yards. That kind of thing. So, we're going to go back to full screen. I'm going to record this so I can upload it. What song do I want for this, everybody? Probably start with this. Music's not too loud on your guys' end, right? Music's pretty good. Also, the newsletter just popped up. In 2026, the newsletter is going to be every month. If you're not a part of it, subscribe to it on Substack. I'm going to be doing more of it. I want more of a direct connection to people instead of doing social media. I think social media is not the way to connect the way someone who is making product and putting it out should. I think between Patreon and a newsletter, it's better because it's direct from me to you. You can comment, I can answer on it. And then doing these shows is my direct connect to people who was friendly and want to be here. Like, that's also why I do the live shows, so I can record, chat with all my friends that are out in the audience. and just kind of chill. But the newsletter is going to be kind of my like direct one-to-one, what's going on, all that kind of stuff as well. And it's going to become once a month, I think is going to be the deal in 2026. I've set up a process to make it easier. So, I'm going to start here. I'm going to put on our show ad. We're going to record everybody. Recording started. Hey everybody, welcome to the end of 2025. Yep, it is time for us to do the thing that everybody else does, except maybe a little different. I really love looking at the trends of industries that I'm involved in. I did it when I was in video games. I did it when I worked in bookstores. I've been doing it since I was a kid, because to me, having a prediction and seeing if it comes to fruition is a really good way to see if you're on the right path as you're doing design work. And I think as a designer or a creative, have it being an artist or a writer of some form or a game designer, since we're talking about the TTRPG space today, I think having predictions is healthy and honestly kind of part of your fucking job. You should see what's going on in trend, to buck it or to go with it, because maybe you agree with the trend that's going on. But today we're going to be going through, I have a couple of categories for our trends today, and predictions, I should say. We're going to be going through a few of them. And I have our easy category, so you know, easy means exactly that. This is easy. There's a good chance that this prediction is going to come true. We're already kind of on that path through 2025. We have the long shot. It's possible. It may not happen this year, maybe a year out from that, maybe 2027, but there's still a good chance we're going to hear about it or have it happen. The dark horse. These are like the wish list. These are the things that I want to have. Dark horse, like, please make it. I think it'd be great. Then I have some publisher predictions with popular publishers that are out and ones that I like, along with some fan ones that came in during here. I haven't put in here, but we'll talk about those as well, because this was recorded during our live show. Corpse Talk Live happens every Wednesday at 3:30 p.m., the second, third, and fourth week of the month. I take the first week off. I do all my like processing and building and all the other shit that you do during 7 days of not being on air. But, you know, I need a break sometimes. I'm on air a lot. And then the last one is Wizards of the Coast, or as my friend Jay Sonia has been calling them, Cash Bros. I have some predictions for them as well for this year. So we're going to go through all of those, put a little video together. I'm probably going to put this out as a post later for people to see, but this should be fun. These are my predictions here coming up for 2026. Hopefully, all the good ones are right. All right, everybody. So here's our predictions for 2026. I put them in a video format so I can just hit pause and play, and we can go through them. So we're going to start with the easy. Okay? Right now, easy. I think it's going to be a slower year compared to 2025 for releases of new TTRPG systems. This is a building year and an expansion year. Mike Shea talked about this in Sly Flourish. If you don't watch his stuff, watch it. Mike's been doing this for ages, longer than most YouTubers have been. He's got one of the best Patreons if you're a 5e fan and you're looking for access to just have everything compiled into a database that you can put in Obsidian, which I'm really thinking about putting to work for myself this year. We'll see. I got some testing to do here in January. But I do think this is going to be a building year. We had a slew of great releases in 2025 of brand new systems. If you want to watch the live feed that this came from, the live show, it's down below, but just a quick recap. You got to think, just the big dogs that came out this year. We got Draw Steel. We got fucking Daggerheart this year, right? Those are two huge ones. Dolmenwood came out this year. Finally got the release of that from the Kickstarter. Land of Eam was a huge one as well. The box set for that is pretty much a magnificent piece. Mythic Bastion Lands is my favorite thing that came out this year. We got the new Aliens Evolved this year, which is I'm running right now on Monday nights as a live show. And more and more and more brand new systems. I think 13th Age 2nd Edition came out. There's so fucking many. So I think there's going to be a year of expansion for products that we have right now. I think you're going to find people slot themselves into the game systems they really love. I think you're going to see your communities that come out of it. I think Wizards of the Coast, Cash Bros, they're going to make another big mistake this year. This is easy, man. Big companies make big mistakes when they don't have a really good projection. And I have a feeling Cash Bros is going to do something again that's going to make us all angry. I don't know if we're going to get OGL again. That's big. But I think you're going to see something happen, like tightening of the reins of maybe how their licensing works for 2024 and so on. But who knows? It's a prediction, right? On top of that, I think the new US-based printing solution for the TTRPG industry will happen here. I know right now that Troll Lord Games did their, I think it was backer kit, I believe that's what it was, to make their printing in-house printing company. I know even on the smaller side, on the zine side of things, you've seen Creature Curations, which is one of the sponsors of the stuff that we've done for our Corpse Talk interviews. They put their stuff in as things you can win. He has put a whole printing shop inside of his garage. I think we're going to see some more US-based things done, but I think really we may see a stitched or a packaging kind of combined together so we don't have to do overseas while we're figuring out what's going to happen with tariffs, right? But the biggest one is if they can do collector's editions. We've already seen a bunch of companies go and look at yearbook companies, which makes a fuck ton of sense because yearbook companies have been making collector's editions for schools for countless years. They deal in images, they deal in paper, they deal in stitch bound, they deal in things that last. And the irony that you're buying something that lasts when you only look at it that year, it's just, but they make good products, right? Good products. I do think we're going to see solo gaming take off huge. This year alone, the amount of solo content that has come out is just mind-boggling. And I think it all started personally with Ironsworn and that gentleman who makes that, showing how to make GM-less systems that help you become a better storyteller. And I myself think it's a great way to learn a system. And I also think it makes you, if you want to GM, it's a great way to learn how to GM what you like. Because the way you GM should be the things you enjoy, but it should also be making stories for the players in front of you. If you can make a good story that entertains you, if you can then take that solo play and make it cooperative, it makes you a better GM. So I think we're going to see solo gaming take off. I think any product that comes out, you're going to see solo stuff come out. We've already reviewed a ton of those this year on this show. Like, go through the live library. We've done, I can think of at least 5 solo systems this year alone that we have taken a look at. On top of that, I think we're going to see convention play growth. Like, it's going to be big. I think more people are going to be going to cons and playing games. COVID stuff, the fear part of it, and people dying from it have kind of waned off a little bit. I think you're going to see more people trying to leave the house, but I think you're going to see small, local, cost-effective conventions get bigger. I'm going to Midwinter here in a couple weeks. I'm going to be running my Breachers setting there. You can pick up a zine while I'm there. So if you're local to MKE and you've been wanting to pick up a Breachers copy, I'll have some with me. I'm running 2 games. And I think you're going to see more publishers, boots on ground, similar to what Arcane Library did, what the Dark Space guys did, and so many other publishers that are trying to get their game out and do it. So Brian from, again, Creature Curations is at every con. Brian Bird from TPK Games, he's almost at every local convention. I think you're going to see your local conventions blow up. I think you're going to see companies who want to sell their products on a small scale, get a booth, and really try pimping their stuff this year. I think it's going to be a really good year for that. And I hope we get more Pirate Borgs and Shadow Darks and Vagabonds out of this concept of in-person gaming. I think it's healthy. I like the online gaming a lot. As a GM, it's easy for me to set up. But I think in person, you're going to see some really cool things. And I think our expectations of what gaming is will solidify back down to something that's more manageable as well. That's just me, though. So I think Free League is going to announce a new IP for TTRPGs. So right now they are a pretty big publisher. They obviously picked up more Borg. They are currently helping, is it Two Mice put out Sword? And then you're also going to see them, that's their publishing arm, but I think they're getting a new IP. They own Aliens right now. They own Blade Runner right now. They have, I think Lord of the Rings transferred to Modiphius this year. I don't know if they're both going to publish. I don't know how that's going yet. But I think you're going to see them pick up another IP because I believe, this is where my prediction comes from, with the Rings of Power series doing so poorly on Amazon, and then putting out the Durin, the Return to Moria, really amazing book, I think they kind of went, you know what, it's time for a different IP. We're going to let Lord of the Rings go. Rings of Power fucked up. We were really hoping to be able to capitalize on a fandom coming back and resurging and just really taking love to a system. And I think they went, we're going to pick up a new IP instead. Because you can only handle so many IPs at a time. So expect a big IP announcement for them for their Kickstarter this year. As I really think we're going to see something from them. That's my belief. Now, let's talk about long shots, everybody. Tariffs will be fixed across the TTRPG industry. We either find a way around or a concept that folds things and fixes stuff. That's going to be difficult. It's a long shot, but I would love to see the tariffs not affect the industry I work in a way that's positive when we're doing printing and book manufacturing, and we're not in the tech bro industry, we're not in the metal industry, we're not in the fucking oil industry. The things that are affecting us is really sad. I think we might see a fix in it. The next one's for Dragonlance. Right now, there has been rumors that you have seen Margaret Weiss, Tracy Hickman, and Joe Manganiello, fucking his name up, but they've been seen at Wizards of the Coast. They originally were supposed to be doing a Dragonlance TV series, a la Game of Thrones. Now, look, it is one of my favorite series of all time. I grew up on Dragonlance. It is one of my favorite campaigns that I ran. Drew and I met running Dragonlance and then running Greyhawk as we transferred between. I really think that you're going to see something from Dragonlance powerful come out, like big come out, or at least announced in 2026. Maybe the TV show's back. Maybe something changed. Maybe something changed and they got together and now everything's good. I would love to see it. I think you're going to see the rebirth of playing in person. I really do think you're going to see that. I think it's something that's going to happen. Because if it doesn't happen, we're going to be digital the whole time. And we're just going to keep seeing new VTTs come out. I think in person is what you're going to see is people want to reconnect over the next 2026, trying to make a better year for themselves. And honestly, my advice to you is don't fall into the media too much. Like, be smart, learn what's going on in the world, but god damn it, enjoy your life. Go play games with your friends in person. Make new friends. Here in Milwaukee, we have the Dragon Sandbox. I'm happy to be a part of making stuff for that right now. And you meet new people all the time. I'm running too many arcs for people doing that. And you just make good friends doing that. New people who want to enjoy the hobby alongside you. I think that's a great thing. And I think everyone should be doing more home games, going to conventions, going to your local bar. Like, we just had Mana Tap open up out here. So I think you're going to see the rebirth of in-person gaming because we lost it during COVID. And it's taken us time to kind of get our wheels back on. That 5 years of just playing online changed the gears and what we thought was enjoyable. I think we're going to see new cost-effective gaming tabletop accessories and game bags. I talked about this on the show. And I'm going to show something off. There are these amazing puzzle-like boards for all the puzzlers out there that has like up-down, almost drafting board style things where there are slider pieces that come out on the side. All of these kind of things are really, really cool. And I think this is great for solo play, but if you have one that's on the table, they make them with a Lazy Susan. I think you could see those Lazy Susan pieces being a really fun way to present your miniatures and your gaming, like maps and terrain and everything like that. Because I think that those things are really good on the table and they travel well. Not everybody has a huge gaming table, but being able to put that 30 by 20 piece on the table with a Lazy Susan in the middle is a great way to present all of the maps and stuff that you're bringing. Like, when I go to the gaming conventions, I have like printed ships and stuff like that I just laminate. I bought a laminator for like $20. This is a really good way to do that, and I think those kind of pieces are things we're going to see more of. But instead of it being the old geek chic style where they're so fucking expensive that no one can afford them, I think we're going to see cost-effective things in that $100 to $120 range to really help people. I think it's a great idea. Gaming bags, too, by the way. There used to be a ton of gaming bags. We haven't seen them in a while. There is some really cool things for miniatures with magnetic trays. They've taken the idea of what everyone was doing with really good boxes, and that's something going to happen. At least, I think so. Now, let's talk about the dark horses here. I have a few. New itch, drive through RPG or Patreon that will come forward with success. Dark horses are things that I want to have happen. I really want them to have happen. But I don't know if they're going to, right? I just hope they do. So I think we're going to see a new version of Itch or Drive-Thru or Patreon. And I think it's going to be amalgamation of being able to store your library online, give you a good presentation of what it looks like, along with the ability to upload your own or buy from them, and a place where people can do, like Patreon, put new things out. The thing that will make this successful is if they're going through and making sure you're not getting garbage. Someone is like checking the shit that comes out, and it goes through a process. I know Alchemy right now is offering some people to be able to build stuff and put it on their virtual tabletop, and they're checking that stuff. The reason I say this is I just bought a book on Itch for Neon Black, and I'm not going to talk about it today other than I was disappointed. Just like I was disappointed in some other products that I bought on Drive-Thru RPG that are just a Word document with no love to it, and they're charging $6 for the shit. And it's not okay. I think people are going to get really tired of it, and you're going to see some form of a check system for what that is. I think you're going to see a change in how that's done. Dark Horse, I want this. A couple years ago, we heard that Blades in the Dark was getting a TV show. It was announced. Then we got the deep cuts for Blades in the Dark. That deep cut, I believe, was the foreshadowing of what the TV show and how it was going to be put together. I believe that's what that was. I'm a big fan of John Harper's work in Blades in the Dark. I think we're going to see a final announcement date for the Blades in the Dark show, or the unfortunate cancellation if it gets canceled. I don't want that. I hope we see it. I'm hopeful. Dark Horse. You guys know how much. You all know how much I fight with PDF readers. I've been looking for a new one all year. I've been trying to find something that'll work. It has been a trial. An actual trial. I think that we are going to see some form of a new PDF reader, or we're going to see a new format used instead of PDF. It's going to have to be something that allows people, kind of like Kindle readers and stuff like that, but it handles the artwork as well. That's been the problem. Kindle doesn't handle art. It doesn't let you do those kinds of things. So I think we might see something along those lines. I would love to see something. But we'll see. That's my Dark Horse pick. That's what I think my Dark Horse is. Let's get back into the next one. We went through our Dark Horses. Let's talk publishers. Publishers are important. I'm calling it publishers instead of third party because I think everyone that kind of surrounds the ecosystem of what Wizards of the Coast has made with D&D over the years and what Gary Gygax has made with D&D, I think you see, we used to call them third party publishers, right? That's what we called publishers. I think they're just publishers nowadays. Kickstarters and backer kits and crowdfunding have given us a way to let small publishers make it in a way that we didn't see in the 90s, right? It's hard to be really known without good advertising and money behind it, but you can grassroots that stuff so well now. And Kickstarter is a platform that lets you do it at a cost of paying part of Kickstarter. Arcane Library right now is making their Shadow League, which is organized play. I think it'll set a new bar for how organized and convention play is done. I think right now Pirate Borg is that bar. I think they're going to do something with that. My only concern with me saying that, because of some information during the live show, is that it's more like a rewards program than it is organized play. I want organized play. And I think organized play can be done well, and I've been trying to figure out for years, and I have a lot of opinions on it and things that do work, but I think that we're going to see something come out of this Shadow League where maybe someone else is running organized play. Maybe it'll be me with Breachers. Maybe it'll be somebody else, but I think we'll see something. I think the next one, Critical Role, is 100% going to announce their next setting next year. I don't think this is I think this should have been in the easy category, but it's a publisher base. Critical Role, Darrington Press. I think it's going to come through their media arm, which is Critical Role. They're going to announce what the setting is. I'm saying it's going to be Gothic fantasy of some form. Just because of what we've seen in the Void, the classes, the new ancestries that you can pick, the transformations like Ghost and Revenant and Werewolf, we're getting a Gothic something. I don't know if they're going to do Age of Umbra and level up Age of Umbra, or if it's going to be something new. I have a feeling it's something new that's going to come from Perkins and Chris Perkins and Jeremy Crawford. I don't think it'll be the gentleman who did Eberron. I don't think it'll be him. I think he'll have his own setting. But I think we're going to see something amazing come out of that. And I think we'll get the actual play announcement. I wouldn't even be surprised if we get the actual play in 2026. Because right now they're finishing out this year with Brennan doing the Critical Role Campaign 4. I think we'll see a new campaign kick off that is for Daggerheart. And I believe that is why Matt is not GMing. Yes, he needs a break, but I think he's prepping for Dagger. That's my belief. That's what I think is going on. And I think we'll be able to see on the cast's face how much they love it versus how much they're selling. But those are just some like inside secondary pieces. I think publishers, I think Land of the Blind is going to blow up this year. The gentleman who did Land of the Blind and made Vagabond, he left YouTubing this year, went to teach music, which is dope. And now he's back full-time on YouTube because some reviews blew up his sales. And I think we're going to see more from Land of the Blind and this whole like fun Hanna-Barbera mixed with sword and sorcery. Not gonzo really, but just it has a feel to it. I think you're going to see some people kind of glom onto this. Maybe you'll see some of the old school gamers glom onto this new school game style. I'm interested to see what happens with them. In chat, kind of a publisher we didn't talk about. Like I said earlier, Troll Lords is having their own publishing arm. They're going to be a print house. Nick from our chat said he thinks it's going to be Castles Crusades that blows up this year. And that's going to take us into like my Wizards of the Coast predictions. And he may not be wrong on this. He may not be wrong. Let's talk about our Wizards of the Coast predictions. I think a first edition or a second edition D&D update and reprint as a nostalgia grab will happen this year. We're either going to see the box set come back, the original box set, or we're going to see second edition or first edition updated, probably to the advantage and disadvantage system. They're going to dump THACO, because I don't think anyone wants THACO or THACO, however you want to say it, to hit AC 0. I think it'll get dumped. And because of that, I think that's a really good example of why you're going to see maybe Castles you can say pick up. Nick might be right, because the BX and OSR audience is huge right now. It's huge. I think the campaign setting for 5e this year will be done. It'll be a rebirth of a classic, not something new. But I think we'll get another campaign book setting. And I think there is a chance, and this is a positive, that might be a true campaign book. Kind of like the reprint of Eberron. I don't think it's going to be, here's your adventure with some campaign setting rules. I think you might actually get a campaign setting. A lot of people say it's going to be Oriental Adventures because that's Chris Cox's favorite setting. Maybe they'll bring it back as Rokugan, or they make a new one that is a Asian influence, that kind of like, maybe even like Wukong style, which would be dope. Maybe they'll do something like that. But I think you're going to finally get a setting this year for 5e for the 2024 edition of the rules. I think you're going to see 2 new IP crossovers that are D&D that crash the D&D system. They crash like the ecosystem. They're going to try to put like Transformers in or something wild that nobody fucking wants. Because they did this with Sigil or Sigil. I mean, they shit-canned their multi-million-dollar VTT. Multi-million-dollar VTT. Shit-canned it. I think you're going to see something with that happen as well. And number 1, this is my number 1 prediction for Wizards of the Coast. I think Cox gets fired or steps down. I think that the shares crush bad. Something goes sideways, and by the end of the year, you see him step down, get replaced, or get fired. I really do believe that. Now, is that going to for sure happen? Who knows? Who knows? These are predictions. These are things that I'm interested in seeing happen, things that I think are going to happen even if I'm not interested in them. I'm going to pull up the full thing so you can see it a little better here at the end of this video, just because I believe that this stuff has some merit to it. I like these predictions. I'm going to put this up as a vertical post somewhere in social media as well, but I'm also going to put it up as a post in my Discord. If you're not a part of it, you can find links down below. If you're watching this afterwards, thank you. This is the predictions for 2026. What are your predictions? Put down below. We had a bunch in our live show. Let me rattle off some of my favorites, by the way. There is one that absolutely was the funniest thing that I saw, and this was a new... How is Wizards of the Coast gonna crush in 2026? What are they gonna do to make themselves sing again. Well, Nick from our chat said his long shot is Wizards of the Coast tries to make a D&D ex-NFL fantasy league. Dude, if this happens in any... I swear to God, if I'm watching like NFL or baseball and I see the Wizards of the Coast D&D is sponsoring this for a D, I am going to lose my mind if they make a team. But what if it's the Banana Ball League? Maybe it's that whatever that weird sport, the new ball one where they like dance on it and do all that kind of shit. Maybe it'll be that. That was one of the funniest ones I saw. Funniest ones. The other one is from Serving Hands saying the lack of sponsoring on Mythic Bastionland's part of the Armored MMA world is just a tragedy. I agree. I think that this is something that should happen. Chris McDowell, maybe you should talk to some people. It's Mythic Bastionlands. Hex by hex combat crawl for who's going to be fighting each other in MMA for the lovely Armored League. That would be great. I think that'd be great. But these are just some of our ideas. These are things that we've said that are funny. We would love to hear what you think will happen. What do you think the predictions are? Because we're time to roll some shiny math rocks. There'll be new ones that come out. And maybe this year is the year that all the pixel dice finally get delivered. For all those of you watching this, down below comment, what do you think 2026 is going to bring? On this side, there's going to be probably the subscribe button. Over here, probably a video to watch. It's probably going to be the Alien series I'm doing right now, if I had to guess. If you're here for the live show, stick around. We'll finish ourselves up. But for all of you out there who is watching this later, have a great 2026. So, I'm going to stop recording. Everybody else, anybody else have any fun predictions before I close this out for the day? I'm doing a little shorter one today. I got to get our Patreon stuff in today. See, Dread's got a whole bunch of stuff in here. There's a lot of good books that have come out. I'm going to jump back into live convention shows again with Daggerheart system as they did with PAX. Are you talking about if Critical Role will? I think so. I think you'll see that eventually. They're just wrapping things up. I think they need to make sure that their baby's going to walk right before they start pimping it. I think they're giving it a little bit of time. I don't think that's wrong. You know what I mean? I feel like it's going to be My Little Pony. Don't let AW hear that. D&D is going to do a My Little Pony crossover. Don't let him hear that shit. You're summoning AW's pony love. I'll probably put this out as a little short for my predictions, see how it goes. But I'm really looking at maybe doing this. These are so cost effective. I feel like one of these is a great idea. Puzzle, Lazy Susan. Like, and I got this idea because I saw it on TikTok. It was like on a TikTok shop. These drawers. I mean, look at the size of this. 25 by 35 is a perfect map. I like the ones that close. One from the TikTok shop, like, closes. Like, it folds up, closes. It's really nice. Is it this one? It might be this one. So it's got drawers, a handle, legs. That's the one. Legs on it, right? Super fun. And it's got a piece you can put over top of it so you can still see through it, like a felt piece. So your cat doesn't fuck it up. Apparently that's a problem. And it's got a Lazy Susan under it. Yeah, this is the one. I thought this is a really cool concept. The legs, though. There is one Star Drew that has a suitcase style. I've seen it. Where it closes up and it puts pressure on whatever's in there to make sure it doesn't, like, you know, move. Let me see if we can find the one that closes. This one's cool too. This is the other one I was looking at. Check this shit. For solo gaming? Look at this. Genius. So fucking easy. So fucking easy. Boom. And then this unvelcros, right? Flips open. Look at all the storage. That's storage inside. With drawers. Now, those drawers are not quite deep enough. Like, I think you'd have to find somebody who builds these to make them deep enough for, like, minis and shit like that. But, I mean, this has got potential for gaming. Right? And look at the cost. And they're all over the place. Like, it's not like it's just on Temu. I'm just doing this. I know the most of them are produced here. This is the easy thing for them to produce. But I want one that closes. Like, Puzzle, Lazy Susan, closes. So let's try this. Let's do Lazy Susan puzzle table. So yeah, here. Look at the big trays on. So if you don't have the trays out, it rotates. And it's ABS. Again, perfect map size. And then I know there's a size larger that I've seen as well. Right? But there's like full tables. There's just tons of these that exist. This one here is fucking insane. This thing's insane. It's like a true puzzler's dream. And it got a fucking Lazy Susan on the bottom. Got the clear mat over it so it doesn't get damaged. Like, locking wheels shit for this bitch? I don't know, man. Puzzlers be doing it right. They're doing it right. So, something to think about, like, coming into 2026, if you're going to start playing in other places. This is the one I was looking at. I like the wood nature for it. I like the size. And I like that I can store pieces underneath. I like that it's wood. That means I can sand it and stain it. I don't need all the tray. I mean, they're just dice trays, but they're fabric. You're not going to use that shit. But, like, this is pretty dope. They're using it for, like, 100 other things, too, right? But look at the... This is a good travel piece. And it's got a cellophane piece cover. Throw it underneath. No one fucks with it. Here's your top. Set that on top. Whatever. Like, this is a pull-apart one. But I love the board that goes underneath it to store shit. I don't know, man. This is smart. I might have to take this to my buddy Danny and say, yo, how do you think we could build something like this that's clean and travelable? The only thing that would make this better is if the whole thing folded in half, like a clamshell, right? Definitely a way to do it, though. Because I think a lot of people are going to go back to physical media as well. I really do. Super cool shit. Serving Hands, how long ago did you post that? How long ago was that? Was that right after? I'm looking. Huh. Did you post it before your... Oh, okay. I'm looking. I want to try to add it. I'm looking here. I don't see it. Let me scroll back through this, maybe. I'm looking here. She said something fucking funny that I want to add. So, here, let me show you guys this. Hold on here. So in Stream Elements, oh, I gotta log in first. Hold on. Okay. So Stream Elements, if we go to our streaming tools, it's under, it's not this, chat bot. So we go to chat commands, right? There is a quote. Right? Show a random quote. And then there's quotes new. So here, you can add quotes, but I think there's a way to like manage your bot's quotes collection, create, edit, and organize them. Learn more. Page not found. So like this is the problem I have with Stream Elements lately, man. They have all these cool fucking things they put out, and then they're like, hey man, check this out. It's really fucking cool. And there's no fucking notes. There's no notes. There's no notes. And I don't know how they work. Because they're, my understanding, memory serves. There's the quotes, you can do that. There's the quotes here. But there's a way to add quotes through custom commands, I think. There's a way to do it. I don't think it's under command variables. So here's the quote. The blank quote command allows you to display a randomly saved quote or specific quote by ID in your Twitch chat using Stream Elements chat bot. Well, that's Twitch. Use the quote command to simply type it into your chat message. Especially as we play. That's the display. That's the ID number. Code ID optional. The ID of the specific quote you want to display. Adds a new quote. So this adds a new quote to your collection. So let's try it. Exclamation point, quote. I bet you. I don't think I can click the one you just put back in, right? You rewrote it on stream? I don't see it yet. Yeah, rewrite it really quick. Let's test this. Rewrite it and put it on stream. If I can get it to do it, I'll add it. I want to start adding quotes. No. The other one, the Halo Knight one. I haven't seen it. If you posted it, I don't see it. It's not showing. I scrolled up. I don't see it anywhere in here. There's a lot of gaps in running a campaign side that makes it sort of useless beyond session play. Oh, okay. You think an expansion book, Nick? I'm assuming you're talking about Vagabond here. Do you think an expansion of the book will help fix that? Yeah, that's the last thing I saw from you. So it went Star Drew, you. And I see for a third time. Let me look at my chat log. Is it because it's maybe a repeat? Hold on here. Maybe there's a spam filter on that's not letting you repeat the thing you said. You know what I'm saying? Type it to me in Discord and I'll just copy and paste it. Where's the Tech Gremlins one? I think it's a repeat problem. It's thinking you're spamming what you're saying. I'm going to grab the Tech Gremlins. Really? Okay, hear me out. The only way I'd watch Logan Paul fight. Type it to me in Discord. I'll copy and paste it. Let's see if it stops me from doing it. Because you use the word fight? Logan Paul? Were they banning you because you said Logan Paul? I don't have anything. I don't have anything up that would stop that. Because, like, you can see I don't have, like, repeat protection on. Like, this isn't on. I don't have any of the repeat stuff on. So it's not stream elements. Done. Thank you. So let's go to, I want to try something. So we're going to go to quotes, which is here. We're going to add a quote. We're going to go like this, and I'm going to say... And we're going to say... I'll put dates, I think. 12, 31st, 25. All right, so I saved it. So now, technically, it's supposed to go exclamation point quote. And it should randomly pull the quote. Why did you do at Eric Frankhouse? Did that show for you guys? That should have shown. I can see it. Right? That should have worked. So according to the rules here, if we go to the stream element stuff, yes, you can use quote in your custom commands to display quotes a part of your command's response. All right, cool. And that's quote number 1. What I want to know is how you say, if you can save quotes on stream. Like if I can right click, that's funny, and add it as a quote. You know what I'm saying? That's what I want to know. And it'll put it up. But I don't know why it does the at Eric Frankhouse. That shouldn't do that. You know what I mean? As I put it here, you can see it on screen how it's entered. Right? Well, I just have dates for that. If I have a date, I'm going to put it. But I don't know why. And it's number 1. I don't know why it uses my name. It shouldn't call my name. See what I'm saying? Like that quote call pulls at. It does at for the person who calls it. Just dumb. And you can call specific quotes. Like once you know their numbers, you can quote them. Like, what's the other one? Don't make deals with devils 2024, 2025. What's the one you always quote? I don't remember. I can add them, but I can't remove them. Yeah, when you call it, it pulls it up and does add at. I still get to add at. Yes, that one. Yeah. Can I... So I have to highlight it. Is how it works. And I have to add it here. So that'll make it number 2. No, it doesn't have anything, see? It just does this. It doesn't have it. And I was looking there, and then I was looking at the chat commands here. Because in here, you got quote rules. This does show random quote if you click it, right? User level, everyone can do it. Enable online and offline. And there's bots and shit like that. There's nothing else I can do. Right? And then there's nothing under here for quotes because I haven't made one, but I can make it do quotes. Those are all the merch drops, things and shit like that. So there's nothing else to do other than add it here under the quotes. They need a way to auto add a quote. No, there's not an option in the bot. And I can't pull the bot stuff upon because there's numbers and letters and shit on there you guys can't have. And this is just the 2 options. So you can do quote display. So quote ID, optional. The ID of the specific quote you want to display. If not provided, a random will be shown. So you can put the ID number as well. So you can do exclamation quote 1, well, 2. I think it'll do 2. No? Oh, you have to have space. Exclamation point. Quote 2. There you go. But why it said at Star Drew? Oh, because you did a random one. So mine didn't even pull. It did yours. So maybe you have to do quote ID. Quote, exclamation point, quote ID 2. This here. Display a specific quote. An exclamation quote is the related command is exclamation point quote adds a new quote to your collection. Channel's quote system. It looks like it only... Okay, so it works for YouTube as well. So here's what I was looking for is this. So you have exclamation quote underscore ID. So it's display a specific quote. It's underscore ID. And then it's exclamation quote point quote underscore text. Add quote. Moderators can add a quote. And then moderator plus can remove quotes. So their examples are quote number 42. This is peak gameplay added by moderator XYZ and date, right? So look at this. So if you go exclamation point quote underscore quote, and then what's the syntax for it? Quote 10. Display random quote is exclamation point quote. Display a specific quote. Adding a new quote exclamation point quote add. So add right? So if I do add, do I get to pick a number or does it just put it in line? All right, so let's see what this does. Right, so exclamation point quote add. Boom. Now you should be able to do exclamation point quote underscore 3. And it should replay that quote. No? How do you call it again? Oh, it's just a space. There you go. All right, so whoever has a mod access, I think there's only 2 or 3 people. You can do exclamation point quote add, type in the fucking thing, and add the quote. And it adds it, and it tells you this, like that, right? But it says added by broadcaster December 25th, 2023. I don't. It's not showing the quote ad thing. You know what I mean? Add quote underscore text. The permissions for levels for adding and removing quotes can be adjusted in our chat bot, chat commands, default commands. Okay, so let me copy this really quick. Actually, let me copy this really quick. We bring it over here so you guys can't see the chat bot codes and shit. Because there's codes and stuff I can't have you see on screen. And it's under what? Chat bot. We zoom out one. Chat commands. Where's it at again? Chatbot. I guess it's dash and reports. 4-day week for you? That's good. Huh. The permission levels for adding and removing quotes can be adjusted under chat commands default. So chat commands, default command. Oh, I see. Okay, so if we go here, so we got 3 in here now. If we go to chat commands, we go to quote level, right? Here, you can see that I can do quote everyone. So everyone can quote. Subscriber, regular, VIP, moderator, super moderator, broadcaster is the full name to take it. But this doesn't have adding them. This says you can adjust it, but you can only adjust permission levels for adding and removing quotes can be adjusted under chat commands, default commands. Oh, so everyone can quote it. I'm going to do subscribers or moderators. I want everyone to be able to use it, but I only want certain people to be able to add. And that's not the same fucking thing. You know what I mean? Like, everyone can use it, but not everyone can add it. And this acts like everybody can do it. Chat, and I would do this offline, but with YouTube, you can't check your chat stuff unless you're online. So chatbot, chat commands, default commands. The permission level for adding and removing quotes can be adjusted under chatbot, chat commands, default commands. I don't think that's true. I bet you it's actually under the moderators. I think they're fucking wrong. I think the Stream Elements never gets their shit right. I bet you it is under moderation. Let's see. Mods. Dog herded car door. I'm going to check one thing here before I close this out for the day. I just want to see if it's under moderation. Like if it's under mods somewhere and I'm missing... I'm missing the spot. Yeah, Fiona, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Serving hands, try adding a quote. Like, pick another quote that we had in one of them, because I think you have mod access. I'm pretty sure I gave you mod access back when I was on Twitch. And then it's just quote, exclamation point, quote, add, and you type the quote. I'm looking for... Change the back end of this again, of course, because fucking why wouldn't they? Counters, timers. Let's see what counters does. No. Did it add it, is the question. No? I don't know, let's look. If we go to quotes. I'm gonna refresh this fucking shit. I'm gonna refresh it. No. Okay. So hold on. That's an admin thing then. What the fuck is this at now? Holy shit, man. They fucking hid everything. This used to be so easy to use, and they've convoluted everything that was in Stream Elements. There we go. All right. Do I have to... Yeah, I know you did on Twitch. And I've done it for this too, but here, hold on 1 second. I think I know what it is. Let's look here. I think they changed how this works. Yep, I think you're right. I think you're right. I don't think you have status here. And you used to. All right, try it again. See if it works now. No. You were never promoted here. I thought it transferred over because I thought it was through Stream Elements, and it looks like it's through YouTube. See what it does here now. Boom. Permissions back. You should see some new permission stuff. You have access to like add and ban and shit like that, I believe. Because I know Todd has that as well. So there you go. It needed permission from YouTube to send to Stream Elements, and Stream Elements says, hey, yo. But now we got this, buying our way to victory. And now you can see those, too. It's just quote 4. You don't even need a number. It's just exclamation point, quote, space 4. That's what all I was digging through here for. And you can remove them, too. If, like, something gets added, you can remove. I just wish you could right-click somebody and add their stuff, but you can't. This other dumb thing that they added here is this Go Tap bullshit. Which is, like, Join the community of GoTap. Play games and support Eric Frankhouse Presents. You can like play these and somehow it supports me. Like, I don't understand what they were thinking when they made this. Like, this is just it's just weird. It doesn't make sense, one. So there's that one. And then they also added, there is sponsorships where you get like possible sponsorships. Like, explore the grab tab. No sponsorship? Go here. Also dumb. And then they added new elements, right? So you can add a new element, and they have an elements gallery. And they made these crazy new, like, I've not looked through this at all. But Fourth Wall is who I'm thinking about working with now to do some print merch stuff. I've been talking to them on and off for the last couple months. Connections on Stream is a game scene that I can put over top. Saturation countdown timer with control panel. Cooking animated overlays for a cooking theme package. But look at this. Do you see this? Tabletop stream. So it's like a new theme package where you can like download and add these streams in. Like, it's pretty cool. Like a nice little theme package, right? What else do they add on here? Pixel art. This is pretty cool for an overlay. And these are just built in like this. So they added some fun stuff. But they have widgets, and these are the ones I'm most interested in. But they have this. And they have elements that you can add where it does stuff like this. And builds them out, and you can like custom and make your own and make custom overlays. So, which I think's cool. Tippers, the Fourth Wall giveaways, cool. Wheel of Fortune, Cheers followers. Like, these are all widgets that can be added. But I was like, these are all things that people can just make. I don't know why they added those. That's really nothing special. You know what I'm saying? I expected more in here in the widgets gallery. What are you talking about? Darkened tabletop screen? You talking about this? Where at? Oh, dark mode? Yeah, so dark mode is goals, cheers, and widgets. Where it puts a dark mode. Darkened tabletop screen. I don't know which part you're talking about for that. You're talking about this? Was it back a page? Like, this is kind of cool. Find 4 groups of words, and you can like play it with your team. Connections on Stream and Element interactive chat. It supercharges engagement with your viewers during your streams. So here's what it is.
We've just released a great game for your viewers to play while watching you. It's called Connections on Stream. To play this game, you simply have to find a group of 4 words from the table that have something in common. And then type those 4 words into chat as fast as you can. If you're the first to type in that group of words, you lock it in and win those points. It's a great leaderboard game to have your viewers fighting to see who the reigning king of Connections on Stream is. Let me show you how to set this game up.
I mean, I don't need to be shown how to set it up. It's a fucking browser overlay, boys and girls.
Just search for Connections on the Elements gallery. When you find it, click on Customize.
Like,
once you're in the Elements editor, let's click Save.
kind of lame to me. And then they added a new, like, weird AI beta, and I think this is a person where they're animated and talk to you. I was like, okay. The only way I would do this is if I can make an animated skull. So that for Corpse Talk, I could have an animated skull helper. I've really thought about doing it. Really have thought about it. Not through this, though. So, through endless content for your stream, 10 times more donations. Yeah. Like, whatever you say. Like, so here's their sample.
What the fuck is this? What in the fuck, man?
Soda Pop, and I hear it's your birthday today. Happy birthday, man.
Fuck my dick. I'm turning 26 today.
What the fuck is this?
I can't believe I'm wasting my birthday by being stuck as an AI on the Athene AI show.
That is insane.
How do they do this?
This guy right here isn't real. So this is real. This one is AI. Artificial intelligence.
Last year when we made these AIs and we had this show, there was so many streamers that loved it and wanted us to, you know, provide the tech for them. But back then it wasn't possible. It wasn't real time. We had an entire setup.
And now you can talk to it in real time. It will engage with your chat. You can do alerts.
It has the ability to see.
That hot pink tank top is leaving little to the imagination. Holy shit, I'm drooling over her voluptuous curves right now.
It fully integrates with Stream Elements. It has the ability to browse the net on its own accord. It has memory. It has the ability to sing.
Can you sing What Does the Fox Say?
What does the fox say?
I just want to skull as that can talk shit as an assistant, right? I think that would be fucking fun. Because it fits the lore for the world we were building. For Corpse Talk. For Morkborg. It fits the lore. So I was really tempted to like put this together. It's not bad, just program that way. Yeah, I know. So like I thought about using this, and I don't know how it sets up, but at the same time, under let me find. At the same time, let me find this one. So Video Ninja also lower thirds. Oh, that's the wrong one. Lower thirds. Video Ninja lower thirds. What is it called? It's lower thirds. Let me look here. This is what I use for the lower thirds that you guys see, like when I click stuff and pop it up. They have an AI as well, and I tried getting the AI bot to work. I was having a really hard time getting the chat bot to like function properly. But you can, there's a multi-model AI co-host that you can add. So let me copy this. And I don't know if I can redo it, but oh, that's a stream element. It's not the right one. Hold on here. There's a multi-modal here. Right? And it can use your voice from Stream Link and all that stuff. Allow while visiting a site. We don't want to choose to share a social stream. Sure. So you can share into this. I don't know how this works. The chat bot's down here. Like it's supposed to do something. This dude does. Right? And you're supposed to be able to talk to him. But I have not fucked with it enough to get it to work. And I have it on audio response. And it uses Google Gemini or ChatGPT, and you can enter an API key, and you can get this dude to talk to you. Okay? So, it's something I've thought about doing. But then I saw this, and if I have the ability to create a skull for this, this would be pretty dope.
Hello, and welcome to this tutorial, where I will show you how to set up.
Let's pop this on YouTube.
How to set up the AtheneAlerts.ai Stream Elements widget. First, click the Use Element button for the quick and easy setup.
Okay.
In case you already clicked the Customize button instead, simply return to the widget page and click Use Element. No worries.
I obviously don't want her.
Later in the tutorial how to customize your AI alerts. Next, click the Copy URL button and open OBS Studio.
Okay.
In OBS, add a new browser source. I'll call it
And I would
Athena Alerts.
nest it.
Click OK. Paste the URL from Stream Elements.
Because the skull
Now set
in
the
our
width to
story is the
600
voice
and
of
height to
creation
600, then click OK.
that you're looking for.
After a few seconds, an AI test alert will automatically pop up to confirm everything is working correctly. Great! By the way, if you already have a Stream Elements alert box set up, you can feel free to disable it to prevent alerts from playing twice.
Okay.
Let's finish the Athena Alerts setup and change which AI appears in the alerts. First off, go to athenalerts.ai. You can get there easily by clicking one of the links in the widget description. On this page, click the Connect Stream
All right,
Elements.
so let's pause this. Let's look at the alerts. Where's it at here? I just want to see what the available options are. No. I just want to see if there's a skull. That's the closest thing. That's the closest one. So you can create one. Pro Trading 15. Well, I would do anatomically correct skull and create one. As I have a bunch of, from doing 3D modeling, I have a ton of like full 3D modeled turn skulls with skeletal structure and pivot points from when I was doing Sunder Studios and from doing Forever Interactive. I have some that I downloaded. I mean, skeletal models are easy to find. And I would just redress it so it fits the look because I want it to have a crown on its head. So I might fuck around with this and see if I can do it. You can create voice, you can do a custom pre-made, you can do personality for it. So I might fuck with this a little bit because I just think a co-host would be funny as shit. I would really love it to look like a felt puppet. If I could. Like felt, like, designed. So I'm going to fuck with this a little bit in the background. I think this could be kind of fun. It could be kind of fun. I don't know if we'll do it right now. But it'll be fun. But anyway. I have to go get my stuff done for Patreon. So I'm going to bounce. I'm going to go get this stuff done. Everybody else, have a good holiday. Enjoy your 2026, right? Enjoy your 2026. See if we can't make it something fun. Is there I'm trying to think of, I got some announcements, but I want to announce them right now. You know what I mean? No, I'm not gonna do color lights or neons for the skull. No. I want it to be grungy. I want it to look like our, if we're in Canva here, hold on here. I'll pull this up before I close this out. I'll show you what I mean. I'll make it. I don't want someone to make it for me. So, Dread, don't go try to make it. I'm going to make my own. I'm not going to use the one you make. I am making it. If you want to make your own, do that. But don't try to make one for the show. Because I know what I want it to be. Now, if you want to fuck around with it and you find some tips and tricks, that's dope. But I'll make the skull one. But I want to do, and stay fucking rotten, creeps. That's right. You're off to January 9th? That's awesome, Star Drew. Little breaky break? Is it a Canadian holiday? Or are you just off from work? Or what's going on? No. He's like, no, I'm making one for me. Let me show you the corpse talk. I'm just telling you so you don't waste your time. So I think this has it, right? This is the one I use for the shows. Does this have the skull? No. What has the skull? God, I made so much shit. Take the Ditch might have it. It's not the Tainted Ditch. Oh, I see. That's kind of cool. It might be in the banner shit that I did here. Hold on. Let's go back to home. It might be in the banners. Like here it is. So this is the Corpse Talk skull. This. And I'll put the lower jaw on it, but I want him to have that laurel crown. I made so much shit. I did, dude. I made so much shit this year, man. Look at this. Like, seriously, like, this is in order of used, right? I wish... Can I look at this in... I want to know if I can look at this in dates released. I don't think you can. But, like, look at this. Let's go to 12 months ago. This is the last edited 1 year ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Like, there's a lot. I don't know if there's a way for me to look at it by release. I don't see... I mean, here. Check this out. So this is what I'm going to show you guys. Check this out. This is my 2025. I am a layer chef. You layer like a 5-star chef. It's a masterpiece. Vintage style in your designs, perfect. Every element perfectly stacked and ready to impress. I'm the top 1% of layer fans. I have 142 created designs this year. 262 days designing. 262 days of designing this year. That's not including the other stuff that I have designed this year. Your favorite is customs. Like, that's nuts. So when I said I did a lot this year, I've been in this fucking program, Affinity, and Photoshop more than most people work in a year. God damn it. So yeah, you want to quote that? You want to add that quote? You feel free. You feel free to do that. That's nuts. It's fucking nuts. It really is. It really is crazy. God damn. Have I shown you guys this? For me, someone asked me what the Yule Lad looked like after my game yesterday. This is the Yule Lad. I found it's art that someone did for the actual Yule Lad. It was somebody else's stat block. I just changed it up to make stuff. This is one of my favorites. This is the red caps from Fable. And then, so I make these. These are the cutout stands that I make, right? They're made for sizing. I learned this from Todd, like how to make them work, right? This is the foldovers I put over the GM screen. The stats for them. This is the red cap. Somebody had come up with a new variant to be able to do this. This is like for a private, another game that I did for the Mead Archon. This is the Mead Archon. This is from Cobalt Press. This is the droopy, weird things I made. We didn't even encounter these flesh spurned yet. The carnivorous ship. These are all the tokens I made for printing and folding and cutting together. Right? These are the cards I used from... Oh, what is this from? Pirate Borg, I think is what this is. I think. And I used those. All of the Harpy cards I made. This is just the stuff I used from this year. How I make my paper tokens. right? And just cram as many as I can on a page. These are all drop-in pieces, so they can drop in an image just to make more. Super fun, though. I think this is a great way to make them. Really good. So this is a really prominent, like, I've been using that a lot, to be honest with you. Little note for everybody. This was my remake of our brand for the EFP for Patreon. The restricted. Oh, that's the skull I was looking for. I knew I had it here somewhere. You can see I moved it over. I fucked it up. And then this is the little TV. And this is the drawing I did for a resume. For one of my resumes. I do a quick sketch of myself. But yeah, I mean, it's a fucking ton. Not a shit ton. Shit ton. Right? Shit ton of stuff. This is Blade Runner 2023. I don't even know what the fuck this is. Oh, these are just the pieces I found. Like, so when I was building a Blade Runner cut together, I found a bunch of really good footage that I could put things in and cut into it. Just a ton. Right? And this is just my video library that I like keep the assets in. This is my favorite, I think, this. For black, like neon black. Really cool set piece. I'll do some filtering to this. It's got all like the cyberpunky shit to it. Dog. Just really clean art assets that I can turn into things. Like the rain is definitely part of it. Thought this was kind of dope looking. I can recolor this to make it neon black. Right? I found a ton of footage. A ton of footage. This one's really cool too. I think my favorite was this Scrambled TV. And I really liked the Father's Day one because I had an idea for a Father's Day game. More cool TV static. This is a classic. I spent hours digging through shit to find all this stuff, right? And I just put them together and have it in one spot, so I have Blade Runner. This actually should say Blade Runner video. But I think it should be Blade Runner Cyberpunk, just in case I want to use it for something else. So, like, all this stuff, I mean, dude, all these I've made, it's been... This character sheet, I don't even know what the fuck this was for. Oh, this is testing something in the background for an automation system. You guys haven't even seen this I made. Did I show you this? This is a new email thing where I can literally send out an email that has everything in it with links to it and stuff, which is super fucking cool. Really fun shit. Like, I don't know, man. I had a lot of fun making these. These are the cards I was making and printing for when I do Dragon Sandbox. They get handed out. There's a ton. There's so much in here. So yeah, man, I've been crushing this, and I learned from Jay that you can connect Pixel, which I've never used before, but it's called Pixels. This is a website for media stuff, for finding like free stock, right? Free stock stuff. And there's some really cool free stock in here. Like if you just put in horror, a lot of stuff in here that you could turn into other things. Like here's a skull. Skulls. Tons of free stuff in here. A lot of it's like real photography too, which is great. And Scream. Right? And then I think if you put in videos and you do skull, you get all these good videos of skulls and shit. And it immediately integrates into Canva, which I did not know. Jay told me that. Like, I love this. You can edit it in Canva. You pull it up, boom, integrated. I had no idea that this was an option. Which is cool. And I just put skull, video, ink. Right? Save it, done. Leave. So you have all these cool fucking new assets. I didn't even know this existed. I think I really want to lose Photoshop and Adobe. The thing that is stopping me is how Affinity handles opening complex PSDs with smart objects and some layering objects. It doesn't handle them well when you reopen them. I was having some problems in a recent thing. I'd love to see Fifth Element game come out. I ran a Fifth Element game using Alternity back in the day. One of my favorite movies of all time. I agree. You would need a lot of source material. I don't think it'd be hard to get a hold of it, though. Like, hold on here. Let's see here. How to license. So let's see if it's even possible. License the Fifth Element franchise. So IP for a game. So for a game. The Fifth Element license for a game must directly contact the rights holders, likely Europa Corp or its distributor, then approach the licensing department with a professional proposal to deal a game. Research library, contact, look for business. So I would contact my friend who does IP stuff and ask them about it. So it would be who's got the rights to the Fifth Element. So that's what we would want to know. Rights holder. The rights is Luke Bisson Film from Fifth Element 1997 are held by various entities which production distribute handled by companies like Garamond and Sony, but the core IP and related merchandise often involve rights management through Luke Bisson companies or licenses. So we'd have to contact him to do it. All right. So you have to do it through him. But someone like Freely could easily get a hold of this. Easily. It is one of my favorite sci-fi movies. Easily one of my favorite sci-fi movies. You know, I might watch this tonight. I'm doing some other work. But anyway, a little bit of a side tangent, everybody. A little side tangent. Let's get some bats before the end of the year. So, 2025 in the bag. I'll put out a 2025 post for Patreon. Next week, I am off from all the streams normally. But I think we're going to do our episode 3 on Monday for Space Trucker, for Aliens Evolved. If we hit our number 4 goal, I will do it in February, the first week of February, on that Monday that's off. I have a huge schedule coming out for this year. I'm taking this first week to look through what I want to do for 2026. There won't be any big changes. I know we're for sure finishing up Magic and Monsters Marks and Men using Daggerheart. Then we got to decide the show we're going back to, if some of our old cast can come back, if we're going to go back to doing some Athantia, if we're going to go back into Breachers, because I really want to run a Breacher show again. I can tell you I have a Kickstarter in March coming up, which is a big thing. That's going to be with Storytellers Forge. We're doing a lot of that stuff in the background this week. We're kind of wrapping everything up so we can start getting ready to do announcements. Literally, my Discord's going off for stuff right now. And then I have a lot going on locally. I'm really trying to build a new community in Milwaukee that is playing games other than D&D. While I am part of the Dragon Sandbox doing stuff, we are also expanding what we do with Sandbox to offer events, doing things like Daggerheart. Patrick, one of the GMs, is running that right now. That'll be starting up here at Mana Tap. And then I'm going to be doing Shadow Dark in the same space as him. They're little 4-episode arcs. I think my Shadow Dark one is going to be Breachers, but I'm going to give them regular characters. If they die, I'll give them a Breacher character instead. I just want them to be able to feel what the game feels like. I'm going to be doing my Escape one, where you're trying to escape out of the wall into Everpeak. It's going to be a lot of fun. I have some really cool ideas for how to do this. And then I have Midwinter in like 2 weeks. I'm going to be running Breacher stuff there. And then we have our Sojourns will get posted here for January. I'm going to try to do 2 if I can. 2 Sojourns. Those will be posted up for those of you who are part of the Discord right now. You can see the link down below for it. That is the pay-to-play gate ticket where I'm running. You get your character, and you get to join us in our West Marches inside the wall and sign up and play in Breachers. We're going to be having hopefully 2 of those, like I said, this month. Once we have more people, I'll be doing more of those. And then since we're in 2025, I want to touch base with all my Patreon people who are at the high level for our private game that we're running. We run a private game. We were trying to do it once a month, but everyone got really busy. But I want to do some more of that and run some more of those things. It's just like an extra feature for those people who are involved. And then you're going to be seeing some stuff from me in the product side of things in 2026. I know I have a new Breacher book coming out. I'm hoping to be done with that in February. I'd like to have it done before the big Kickstarter push happens in March. And then I'm really thinking about putting out a Thauntia fine. And that's a Dragonbane system. And I have some like concerns on putting it out only because my current audience is not a Dragonbane audience yet. So that's something I'm interested in doing. I fucking love Dragonbane for a Thauntia. I think it's perfect. So those are kind of some of the things you're going to see from me, along with, I think, the recipe box for collecting Breachers and Shadow Dark stuff and Shadow Dark monsters and things like that. That's going to be something I'm going to look to maybe doing backer kit or maybe a pre-order or something like that here in 2026. So busy, to say the least. And more music. I'm going to be making a lot more music coming out here in the next couple of months. But with that, let's close out with thanking my lovely Patreon fans for all the amazing support they've given me through the season, through the 2025 season. So let's go over to that. Look, guys, we do this every time. And this is for the people who watch this live afterwards. The people who are in chat, you know who you are. A lot of you are in this. You're in this thing here. These are the lovely people who make what I do possible. That's right. They are amazing. They support. They're part of the Patreon. If you want to be a part of it and get a hold of, at the $5 level, every PDF that I put out, you get access to. At the $10 level, you get a chance to play games with me when I put them out with Patreon fans first. At the $1, you get all the free stuff, the living documents that I put out before they get put into PDFs. All of that stuff is here for you guys to support. All these amazing people who already do this, thank you. It's the only way I can keep doing what I do right now. If you are part of the YouTube membership program in 2026, thank you for joining as one of the creeps, the liches or fiends, as the song says. Liches is what it is. Thank you for supporting that way. And if you are, we're going to be doing some member-only streams here in the future. I think I'm going to be doing some of our actual plays, my solo plays, just for the members of YouTube and Patreon, and giving you guys access to that when they're done. And I'll release them later on, like 2 or 3 weeks later, as just a thank you to the amazing people who are here. Have a great 2026. Go have a beer tonight. Drive safe. Uber home. All that jazz. Talk to you guys all later. Have a great one. Stay fucking rock.